Then we went outside looking for some fellows to prank.
Oh, now you see, that's different. Truth or Dare is one of these games. I don't know why they just didn't call it Dare, because that's what everybody did, or at least that's what everybody ideally did. So truth, I mean, you can get, as you get older, I think truth is probably more dangerous than Dare. But when you're young, Dare usually involves kissing people that you normally wouldn't be brave enough to try to kiss, or doing God knows what without them. You know, the stupid stuff, you know, jumping through fires. I remember this one time we played Truth or Dare, okay? We were smoking at the time. We were young, and one of the best things that I've ever did is quit smoking, both for my health and for my finances, right? Because those things are expensive. Anyway, we smoked at the time. My friends and I, we had a group of us, and we all smoked cigarettes. And we did all sorts of crazy things with a lighter, okay? We were always like doing, so with a lighter, a butane lighter, what you could do is you can hold down the fuel, I guess you could say trigger, where it just blows out, and there's a wheel on a lighter to make a spark. So if you hold down the fuel trigger, fuel will just come out, and then if you make the spark, then the fuel will ignite and it turns into a fire. So we would do things like put the fuel in our hand and then light it and open the hand, and it would make like a little puff of flame, and it was cool, you know. We dared my friend, let's just call him Jay, to do that to his mouth, and he held the lighter fluid in his mouth for a good long time until he lit it, which kind of lit his face on fire. It only happened for a few seconds. He wasn't hurt, but his nose hair, his eyebrows, and some of his bangs were singed, and it was hilarious, and it was stinky, and it was very stupid and dangerous as well. Do not try this at home, okay? This is not me condoning that you should do this type of thing. It could end up fatal if your hair caught on fire. You no telling what could happen, your clothes or whatever, because it was a really, really big flame. Thinking back on it, it was hilarious. Nowadays, it's pretty stupid to do something like that, and no telling how much butane he took into his mouth or breathed in. That's probably not a good idea either. It could be toxic. I'm sure it's toxic, but we live to tell about it, and let me tell you, that's just one of the stupid things that you could do in Truth or Dare. But we're gonna react to a Truth or Dare video by Wansee Entertainment. It's a true story today. Make sure to go over to Wansee's channel, click subscribe, and click the notification bell. And if you like reaction videos like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel as well, guys. Let's get into the animation. True horror story about my Truth or Dare game.
This happened a week before my 19th birthday.
All right.
I had invited 3 of my closest friends over to my place since my parents were out of town for a few days, and my sister had recently moved to the dorm.
Everybody's out the house.
Anyway, 15 minutes later, my friends Keith, Jay, and Marcus showed up at my door with a handful of beer for the perfect boys' night.
Typical 19-year-old boys' night.
We watched movies, chugged on some drinks, and even had an epic pillow fight until 10:45 p.m.
That is not typical for boys to have a pillow fight. That's something you see in girl slumber parties. I'm not trying to be sexist here. I'm just saying. Guys, I went to a lot of birthday parties in my life. I have never got into a pillow fight with another guy at that age. Maybe when I was a little kid and we had like blanket forts and stuff. I ain't never hit nobody with a pillow more than once. As a 19-year-old, I wasn't interested in pillows. I wasn't interested in pillow talk, you know what I'm saying? Not with other, you know what I mean.
That's when Keith suggested that we play an extreme Truth or Dare game to make this night a blast.
Now we talking.
The boys mostly preferred Truth, which was hilarious as they were compelled to answer embarrassing questions.
Wussies.
But when it was my turn, I chose to do a dare.
Good for you, being brave.
They all discussed among themselves for a solid minute until Jay finally dared me to dress up as a girl and walk outside.
At night?
At first, I hesitated, but accepted it regardless.
Yeah, that seems Dare.
I found a blonde wig in the storage box, which was from last year's Halloween.
Convenient.
And wore one of my sister's fancy dresses that she saved for
socks,
special occasions. Then we went outside looking for some fellows to prank.
Oh, now you see, that's different. That's different. Look, I'm down with doing whatever as when you just gotta involve other people outside of this. They just answered some embarrassing questions, and you going through this big old thing by dressing up and putting makeup on and a wig, and now you're gonna go talk to strange people. That's a little bit too far, you know?
And that's when the sight of a few guys smoking on their motorbikes caught my eye.
It's unbalanced.
They all looked like they were around in their mid-20s.
It's this guy with the cigarette between his teeth. That is the true look of evil. Like the guy in the middle, we don't know what the guy on the right looks like, but the guy in the middle just looks like, you know, that's the thing. The guy on the left looks evil, like he's gonna sell you. He's gonna harvest your body parts and sell them on the dark web or something.
I walked past them while my friends hid behind the bushes, waiting for a reaction. Soon, I could tell that they were gazing at me.
Okay.
And when I glanced over to get a peek of them, I realized that they were all coming towards me.
All right. That's
As
the
they moved
sinister
closer,
guy.
one of them asked if I came here often and if he could get my phone number. Too bad, I'm a boy, loser.
Whoa.
I started laughing frantically as I removed my wig. However, they didn't seem to like this prank, and I figured that was a huge mistake I had made.
Well, I mean, okay, if they were after you because they thought you were a girl and they liked the look of you, and then you said that you were a boy and you embarrassed them because they weren't attracted to you, and there were 3 of them and there was one of you, and you called them a loser, I would think that you was about to get your ass whipped. That's just me.
Suddenly, he pulled out a pocket knife
Oh, now that's
and said
different.
that I was gonna pay for that awful prank.
Wow.
Panicked, I instinctively kicked his left leg, making a run for it, as I heard the others starting their bikes up to chase me.
What? They
All
were
of my
on
friends who
motorcycles?
witnessed that moment immediately headed back to the house to call 911. Meanwhile, I was shaking with fear as I further advanced toward the main road.
Dude.
Unfortunately, those punks ganged up on me,
Yeah?
blocking my path. And
With
I was thrown to
motorcycles?
the rough surface by a strong push.
I hope he doesn't get
The
stabbed.
guy I had kicked in the leg earlier got off his bike and pulled out his knife once again, with the creepiest grin I've ever seen on his face.
Oh my god.
Do not ever prank on me, you bastard. When he was about to stab me while I was screaming, I noticed that he abruptly stopped midway. There was a loud police siren near us.
Thank
The
goodness.
volume of the sirens got louder, and finally, they ditched me and ran away.
Bruh, he could have easily hit him with that knife a couple times. It only takes a couple seconds, and he could have ended his life or hurt him really, really bad right there. Bruh, you can't trust other people, man.
I was laying on the road in pure shock.
I guess so, dude.
Luckily, I was
Almost got
rescued
stabbed
by
to
my
death.
friends who had informed the police right on time. We never encountered those guys anymore around our town, nor did we ever play that stupid game after that. I cannot imagine what would have happened to me if the cops were even just a minute later.
Oh my gosh. Bruh, people are nuts nowadays. I remember hearing about something that happened in one of the schools that I went to years after I was out of school, of course. There was somebody that was in a bathroom stall, and another guy was knocking on the door, like, hurry up, you know? And if you're in a bathroom stall trying to pee and someone's trying to rush you, naturally, it's only right to be defensive. Like, hey, knock it off, man. I'm almost finished. I can't concentrate here, you know, when you think about it. Well, apparently whatever he told the guy on the outside of the stall got very mad. He kicked in the door, pulled him off the toilet, beat him senseless, and was jumping off of the toilet on this dude's chest. Reconstructive surgery and everything. The guy lived, okay? But he messed him up so bad, and he could have well killed him by beating him that bad. Now, this just went by from a retaliatory remark of someone that was picking for a fight, in my opinion. So even if you're in the right, it doesn't matter. People are nuts and they can do some crazy things to you. You got to watch out before you mess with other people, man. Especially when it's something stupid like truth or dare, you know, when you're just thrill seeking. just be careful out there is all I'm saying. Guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed this one. Wansee Entertainment does some great stuff. Check him out. Links right there, as well as a couple other videos that are reacted to by Wansee here. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.